About to get weird.
I don't even know what's gonna happen or what's going on.
I sure as hell wasn't informed.
No, I've actually hid everything.
I don't think Facebook even knows because you didn't even post.
Yeah, I know.
I'm stuck in your pocket.
Hell?
That's my text.
Here we go. Hold on. Hey, blasphemers. Welcome to Simple Blasphemy, where we have the best times with the worst topics.
We're three friends that discuss everything and nothing, from wacky headlines to games and trivia. All subjects bizarre and risque are on the table.
Our weekly guests range from friends, musicians, and artists to professionals in a variety of industries.
We go live on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Want to support the show? Join our Patreon. You can find it and more at www.simpleblasphemy.com.
So grab a drink and join it!
It's too late now. This is Simple Blasphemy.
Hey, Skull.
Welcome to Simple Blasphemy, the podcast. All you blasphemers out there, my name is Zach Ward, and I have here with me only Zandies.
Shinkuya to ya.
Shinkuya to you. And also Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Not as much.
No, man, I'm trying to scope out, man. I'd like to find a new planet to go move to.
There's tons of them.
All
right.
I just have no way to get there.
And before we introduce our
Yes.
special guests, all the info on the show, including episodes and guests, can be found at simpleblasphemy.com. And if you are new here, I don't know, maybe subscribe if you like it. I don't know. Stay tuned for the news that you need to know, and there's some good ones. This week's special guest is none other than a guy I've known since I was wee high to a toadstool, Mr. Greg Brown.
Hey,
Greg! Yeah!
should I drop the
Stalwart.
first fuck bomb? I mean, F bomb.
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck
Greg,
bombs.
Greg has been my best friend through school, including most notably high school, where we became extra close. So let's have some fun. Now, to get to know Greg even better than I know him, we're going to do a quick free-for-all here. 4 questions, Greg. Answer them as quickly as anyone will allow you to answer them.
Hey.
It's a bad joke. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, gosh, I guess it would be fast, like super fast, like flash fast.
Flash
Ooh.
fast?
Yeah,
Now, is
you
that-
know be coming?
No, go ahead.
No. If you're gonna dovetail on that, go for it. I thought of a really good superpower, not the
Maybe-
one that I want.
No, maybe let's ask why. Why fast, Greg? Is it something that is like what you do in the bedroom?
Oh no, I like slow there, but
Well,
I'm
when
too
I mow
old
the
for
lawn,
fast
I like
shit
it
now.
to take about 4 or 5 hours.
I'm too old for that fast shit now.
I'm just joking.
I'd like it slow, but no, I think when I work, I like to get shit done fast, get it done so I can get out of there. You know.
Indeed, I agree.
I think that having this power, so I've always said that I want to be able to restore stuff to its former glory. I think that having like Sim City power, where you're able to look like an old building and knock it down and put a new building up, would be really cool. Like being able to place parks and crap.
Dude,
So
I'd
like
totally give you that.
camouflage.
That'd be yeah.
You can wear that. You can get that down in an old Navy store or whatever.
With Old
Surplus
Navy's
store.
got camouflage.
No, surplus.
I was really disappointed when I went into my first Old Navy and it was not an Army surplus store.
Right? Not even an anchor in the store. Not one anchor.
One single anchor. There's nothing nautical about that fucking place.
What a
And
bunch of
nothing in there
bullshit.
is old either.
Yeah.
Oh, and if Old Navy would like to help support us or advertise with us, feel free to contact Zach Ward.
We will accommodate that needs, and it's a great store.
Make a great model, by the way.
I like an itchy Henley every now and again.
Greg, question number 2: what age do you consider old man?
Always 20 years older than I am. That's always considered old to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's actually a great answer.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'd be like 62. Saturday be 63.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Preemptive birthday blessings to you, Greg.
So, Dad, if you're watching, you're old.
Yeah, Greg always had he always had the birthday after school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he never
So
got.
I was always a
the,
year older than everybody coming in the next
True.
year.
Mine was the day that everybody came back, or the day before everybody came back to school after Christmas break. So nobody gave a shit.
So you always brought brownies to school the next day,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
There's brownies, but nobody cared because they just gotten over Christmas. So my holiday meant nothing.
There's a couple times brownies took me to school.
Yeah.
Number
And cookies.
3:
Me too, by the way.
who
Took you to
is-
school.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That was just a bad joke.
Greg Brownies.
They used to call me Brownie. Yeah.
Greg, who is your celebrity hall pass, provided that your wife would allow you to have such a thing?
That's absolutely easy one. My wife and I've actually talked about this for years,
Vincent
but
Price.
mine is no, it's Charlize Theron.
Mm.
Better than Charlie Daniels.
Yeah.
Charlie's
Yeah. I think it's
Gosh, that's better than
See, I
Hank
would-
Williams.
Oh my God, we got to delay.
How about Hank Williams times 3?
He's an odd one.
Bocephus's.
if there's a third, maybe. Yeah.
Or is that Bocephi?
Well, Cephas's.
Bocephus.
Question number 4, Greg, and I'm really curious because I know a lot of the things that you've actually done in your life as a profession. What is the worst job you've ever had?
Oh man, I think you already know this, but yeah, door-to-door salesman, vacuum cleaners.
Kirby.
Yeah, that's tough.
Really? I didn't know if that was gonna be that or Terminex or
No,
You had a couple
Terminex was
jobs.
nice because a few times I ran in, husband was gone, wife was there, and like honestly, I was down in Fostoria, Ohio, one time, and I was
Is that what we're calling it?
well, I was down there doing pesticides around the house, and I get up to the bedroom, and there's like 4 dildos on the bed waiting for me.
Waiting for you.
Yeah, for her, she walked in right behind me, like maybe 15 minutes later, and like nothing but her bikini bottom on.
So wait a minute. What you're telling me
Yeah.
is that as a door-to-door salesman, you actually got like rickrolled. So you came upstairs to this woman's bedroom, and she's like, "Look at all of these different dildos I have to display for you."
I actually have another story about that. That was actually when I was at Terminex, but there was a time that I worked at Kirby.
Whoa, hold on. One story at a time. One story.
Okay,
No, I
okay.
want to do first story first. It's story time with Brownie. Give us these
Yeah, I mean-
details. What happened?
Deep details.
Scared
I mean-
out of my mind when I walked into the bedroom, and I'm looking around. I'm like, "You gotta be shitting me!" So I just act like I was doing my job, like I didn't see it. And she
Like
walks in.
Did she have like her dildos, spread out like a ninja has his ninja stars after he cleaned
They were
them,
kind
or-
of splayed out all across the bed. They weren't like displayed in like rows or anything like that. They were just kind of like 4 of them sitting there on the bed in different
There's a
angles,
fine
whatever.
line between splayed and displayed.
Right. It was like, oops, here they are. My bad. I forgot to put those away.
Here they are on my bed.
I was just using them.
All of them at once. How many Sharpies do you think I can fit in my butthole?
You're
Ow.
not that big. I don't know.
Watch me play a flute.
Start sticking them in the ears. And what do we do with this?
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
So, was it a fun time, Greg? Is that what it is?
It was an interesting time, yes, and she actually paid on time too, so that was good.
For which service?
We'll leave it. I had a nice tip,
Ooh,
but
better than just the tip.
Wait,
yeah.
does she have a penis?
Writes itself.
No, she didn't have a penis, but she
Oh.
did leave me a tip for my services.
The least popular Tool song, Kirby customer with a penis.
What I didn't understand, what I didn't know at the time was that she actually had a yoga studio downtown, so she was also very flexible.
Oh, good. Very
Oh.
good.
Lucky
You know,
me.
I know a girl that owns a yoga studio downtown.
I think that's a Tool song too, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
So-
that was on a camel toe, under camel toe.
Before we do our new segment that we've been doing with shout out by Tanner from the Tanner Time podcast, what was
Tim Tom podcast?
I know I'm getting tongue tied here for these margaritas I'm making.
Tongue
Greg-
tied from Tanner time.
What are we talking about? Kirby time. What happened with us? Similar.
I was in Monroe, Michigan, going door to door, and I was driving on the street looking at houses that had decent looking cars. So that was our cue. If you have a nice car, we're knocking on your door. Well, there was like 4 cars there that were all very nice cars. I'm like, well, shit, I'm knocking on this thing. So I grabbed my thing of paper towels, go up to the door and knock on the door. Hey, I'll give you this free paper towels if you let me show you my show. And she rickrolled me. I was like, yeah, come on in. We got a show for you too. I'm like, oh, this should be interesting. Well, I go in and it's a sex toy party going on.
Fuck
Oh.
yes.
Jesus.
So
Wow, those
Christ.
paper towels come in handy.
yeah, so she's like,
They call it
we got
strap-on
this stuff.
stravaganza.
It's like taking the blood off the sword.
Well, I get in there and they're like, well, you can show us your show, but we got to show you some things too. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I show my show, and the lady at the end, she's like, listen, I'll buy one of those off of you if you buy something off of me.
Off of
Okay,
her.
well, what do you got? And
Not
so
from
I
the inside
chose
of her,
like
but
this-
off of her.
I don't know, $5 cock ring I bought. And then I ended up selling 4 Kirby's to all 4 women that were in there. So I ran out of there with about $6,000.
So wait, a 5-hour cock ring, is it like a Mr. Gadget thing where it explodes after 5 hours?
No,
Like
how
this-
many-
$5.
This cock ring will suck this truck
5
after 5 hours.
It just dissolves in the.
All right.
How
No,
many
it's a
cock rings? How many
$5
$5
cock
cock rings does it take to explode your Kirby?
Oh man,
Ah,
it took
one.
the one because I exploded 4 of them.
Oh,
All right, so here we go.
that's a 4 Kirby explosion.
This is the bit
The whole
called
bar
the,
got drinks that night.
yeah, they did. This is the bit called the shout out.
What's up, guys? This is Tanner Words from the Tanner Time with Tanner Words podcast. I just want to give a quick shout out to McDonald's because I'm fucking loving it!
Jesus Christ.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba!
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The
Oh, I
cleanup
need
had
to
to be horrible.
the internet equivalent of a hand job going out to Tanner Wirtz.
He
It almost sounded like
Tanner,
it
good
came
job.
there for a second too.
Oh, that's not him.
Funny.
Wait, what was the what did he chase that with? Was that a high seat? What
That was
in
a
the can?
Coors.
It was a hams?
It was a can of Coors.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
We want to say really quickly.
Champagne of beers?
No, that's
no,
not,
that's Miller
Oh,
High
that's,
Life.
I'm sorry, that's Miller High Life. My bad.
we
Coors
do
is
want
the
to
silver bullet.
Yes.
kind of.
Of course, light is.
Coors Light is like the White Claw of. Anyway, ironic. We want to say really quickly
Gratuitous.
before we get sued by McDonald's because we're that popular. They don't actually serve Coors Light. Tanner.
That's an
Just-
aftermarket Coors Light. Or no,
Aftermarket.
Yeah.
That was a drive-through on the way from the drive-through.
Yes.
Well, everybody's giving out alcohol now.
So here we go, folks. We have the news you need to know. We have we're gonna jump into that, and then we're gonna play a little game with all of us here of Would You Rather.
Ooh.
It's all prepared tonight. So
Would ye or wouldn't ye?
before we get to that, I want to say hi to Ricky who's tuning in. But before we get to that, we definitely want to give you the news you need to know. So here we go. This comes from the Sun. In fact, this is the sun.co.uk. So that's all.
I don't
Good.
need this news.
Simply the breast. I love wearing women's bras, and I'm obsessed with the idea of having boobs. I am a guy of 26, and I have had this longing since I was young, and I'm happy with who I am, and I have no wish to be a woman. I met my girlfriend last year. She is 28. Things are great. It just turns out that he loves wearing bras. What are we thinking here, folks?
I mean, when I was 26, I was always not trying on bras by any means, but was like, I wonder what it'd be like to have that. You know, like
Sure.
a vagina would be fantastic to have one of those for a day. I'd just fucking kill the hell out of that thing all
yeah,
day.
dude, I'd totally
Right?
Freaky Friday
What's
with
that
my
like?
wife. Fuck yeah.
But this guy apparently seems to want it like forever, which is weird.
You know, I think it's the
top part though, he just wants to wear a bra.
Just
right?
the tits, right? Just the tits.
It seems like
just
it
a
would be
bra.
Just a bra without the boobs.
Just a bra. No boobs.
Now,
That's really strange.
my question is because the female form comes in many different forms. The upstairs area, if you are to appropriate the idea of wearing a bags to support yourself,
Bags.
but they are. We joke about it.
Chatham's
regularly.
bags.
Yes, quite. Whatever. You wear these things. Do you get to pick your size?
Well, I
Jesus,
assume
you
Like,
can
so.
pick
are you
your
in
size,
a,
like-
do you would you start off at like a very smaller cup size?
But
and then,
if you're picking, you're gonna change it depending on the activity you're doing, right? So if you're
Yeah.
running around, you don't want double D's. Those things are gonna fucking kick your ass. But you know, if you're
I
having
only-
some fun,
I only
Yeah, you go
barbecue
with
in
at
my
least
C
a C.
cups.
I think you just kind of even it out with a nice C. A nice C.
Medium C, you can hold the tongs in one and the brush in the other, and you can just barbecue, and you have like a. It's not a fanny pack.
Yeah,
It's
it's a different version of a hot pocket.
Well,
Yes.
let's say the women out there that are listening.
There's none of them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did we lose
I
our,
will bring
did we lose our female audience, Ward?
all
Yeah, Amanda's
one-
probably busy tonight. It's fine. Danielle and Amanda are busy.
They are.
You know, I always listen when Amanda's on. She can't listen when I'm on.
Ooh, that's a really good point.
Holy shit! Somebody get the salve.
So let's jump to article number 2 so I can avoid a lawsuit. Where's
the lawsuit with the first one?
I don't know. I was trying to be funny.
Nope.
Rather than go through this article, why don't we just do a little bit of a backstory? You haven't done the backstory in
Ooh, yeah, I'm
forever.
down.
So give me a moment to kind of like go slow so we all can think about this, right? Yeah. Here's a headline. This actually is from ABC News. So clearly legit, right? Man kidnapped, tied to a tree naked. 2 suspects arrested. 2 suspects are facing charges after a New Hampshire man was allegedly kidnapped, left naked, tied to a tree, the police said. Now, Green, you are the best at this. You live for this. What do you think happened that a man was taken out of his comfort zone, tied to a tree, naked, and left there on his own accord? Well, not even on his own accord.
Left for dead.
This one's real easy.
Can we say left hanging there? Is that like the wiener
Gonna
part?
tie my pecker to a tree, gonna tie my pecker to a tree.
Okay. Green, what do you think happened?
It's real easy, and unfortunately it's not a real long story, but basically.
Real long story. Go on, Green.
No, Detroit.
Oh,
Just took a walk in Detroit, south of 8
Period.
Mile, man. There's a lot
Detroit.
of strange things happen if you decide to take a walk
Period.
on the wild side.
yeah. Okay.
I said, "Hey, baby."
Let's just stop right there.
Yep.
Andy.
Dude.
Andy.
Horrible fucking
Yep.
It's
Did it?
not a good song. It's not a good song.
Andy, what do you
Just keeps
think?
on going and going.
I think that this person that was tied to a tree was Wiccan.
Oh, okay.
He was an earth lover.
Often not as often as a man is kind of had the Wiccan thing. Usually the woman
Well,
is, but
you
that's
know
fine.
what? He had his coven, and they
From
hung
Salem.
out with him.
Okay.
No, from Saline,
Oh,
Michigan.
Solution, the solution state.
Yes, the saline solution. And they brought him out there and they were going to do this ritual. And then somebody got spooked. Sasquatch, perhaps a female moose or a male moose that was in rutting season.
Okay, all right. Well,
came after them and the guy got tied to the tree.
before we get to Greg, because you get to be the last one, you get to have a little more time to think about this. I think that this scenario was a product of a Craigslist post.
Sex ad?
And and this guy that ended up being naked and tied up was selling some form of fictitious micro machines collection that he clearly just didn't have, and unfortunately he was
was he
subjected.
able to talk really fast?
Mouse.
No, well, you know,
Oh yeah, the micro machines guy.
Micro
He talks
Machine
really fast.
spokesperson guy. Sorry. Shows
Ooh,
my
Is
age.
he still alive? Oh my god, I'm looking that up. Excuse
Well,
me.
you look
look
that
like,
up.
didn't he look like the commentator for the WWF back in the day?
Oh, Mean
Mean
Gene
Gene?
Okerlund.
Didn't he kind of look like him a little bit?
John
First of all,
Moshita Jr.
you better respect Mean Gene Okerlund, number one.
Oh,
We're
he's
gonna have some
very much
problems.
alive. He is very much alive.
Oh, Greg, your
John-
audio just not worked.
John Motormouth
How about now?
Moshita.
It is now.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, what do you think? What's the backstory to this headline? And I'll read it once again, just in case people are figuring this out. Man kidnapped, tied to a tree naked, 2 suspects arrested. What's the
Okay,
backstory?
well, I've been down here in Florida for quite a while in Polk County. And we have a lot of Florida man stories down here, but we also
Yeah, you
have we have a sheriff here called Grady Judd, and he's got a trap scheme out there for all those pedophiles out there.
Oh,
So I'm thinking
okay.
2 guys who had been either pedophile before, or they have a younger sister or something like that, set a trap for this guy.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That's okay.
Very plausible.
That,
Yeah, I
actually-
mean that actually kind of brought everything back to like a realistic.
sad, depressing.
Wow.
thing.
Thank you.
Nice.
If you'll excuse me.
If you don't know who Grady Judd is, look him up.
So, Andy, did you find the information that you?
Oh,
like
I
to pass
totally
on?
did.
Because
Yes,
this
yes.
is part of the news you need to know that
John Moshita Jr. or Moshita Jr.
Washita.
Moshita. Moshita. I'm gonna go with Moshita. Just because it
Moshita.
sounds.
He should actually have a pants company, shouldn't he?
A Moshita Pants Company. Hello, my name's John, and this is the Moshita Pants Company.
We got
will
a big
shit-
ass. Oh,
We will shit your pants for free anywhere across the United States. No, but he was called Motormouth. He's still alive, very much so. And he's still at his age. He was born in the early 60s, still does the Motormouth thing. So thank you, John Moshita.
guy looks way older back in the day than born in the 60s. I thought maybe he'd be like 80
Right.
by now.
I prefer Motormouth Jones personally, but
Oh,
that's
yeah, who doesn't?
apparently, you know, if cops got taken off the air, I'm only going to assume that Police Academy is.
Live PD got taken off the air.
Yeah. So here we go. Article number 3 before we jump into Would You Rather, which I cannot wait
We have
to hear.
to jump more? Holy shit.
We're jumping. Even if we have bras with no boobs in them. Here we go.
So,
Women are sharing the weirdest thing they've ever used as a dildo. This is coming from Men's Health, ironically, Australia, only because down
I
under.
used a wallaby.
Here we go.
Is a dildo.
The weirdest thing, and I'm just going to read some of these quotes, and I believe all these quotes actually came from Reddit. The weirdest thing I've ever used was a mini lava lamp.
mini? They make those?
With the cap on or off, you know, that plastic
they're like
cover
little butt
that covers
plugs
up
is
the
what they
bottle
are.
cap.
When you reach the climax, that's when the cap comes off.
Oh,
Yeah, but no, that's loose. It just sits on the bottle cap. Now that bottle
Oh,
cap
yeah.
can be like, you know, pretty.
Hey, And I also want to disclaimer
Bad.
this: we're not judging what you choose to pleasure yourself with. It's just news to us. It's a little humorous.
Oh no,
okay.
seriously.
And
Dildo,
it
As
whatever.
a man, it's still weird.
And if any of those companies that actually make those products want to advertise with us, again, get in
Yeah.
contact with Ward.
I'll use your shit as dildo.
What?
What?
You use my shit as dildo? Is that what you
I'll
said?
use your shit as a dildo.
All right, let's move on.
I'll
Hold
put
on.
it in
Oh
my
God!
Hey, I
Please
don't-
move on, for the love of God.
Now, I think we've all.
I've just.
I mean,
said
we
the
know
most
you like the
offensive-
butt stuff, but damn, man.
That's the most offensive fucking thing I've ever said in my life.
All right, here we go. The gear shifter in my car. I had to try, but my car was too small for it to work very well. I had to be in the front window for the right insertion and removal angle. Whatever. Gear shifter, folks.
I just imagining the position she was in. She had to be straddling it and like not just like sitting over like this doing, but like actually straddling it.
Think about it for a second.
1984
Think,
Jeep
no,
Comanche.
think about it for a second. I mean, there was different gear shifters. It wasn't just
Yeah.
floor
No,
mounted.
Jeep Comanche on the floor with a bucket seat, not a bucket seat, with a bench seat, and it was right
Go
up
ahead,
in your
Greg.
face the entire time.
Or like an early
Station wagon.
an early Mopar
Oh, there you go.
pistol shifter.
Oh,
or you have the Hearst ball shifter, but
Oh,
what worries me, like what happens if you have one of those, like the shitty cars that I own, like a fucking 99 Ford Escort, that the shifter is like one of those T fucking handle things, man, that just there's no smooth edges and it's really awkward. You could fucking pull out some internal organs with that
Whoa.
shit.
You really
okay.
could. You could create a vacuum.
And then all that comes out is hot dog water, man. You don't want that.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Moving on.
That's an
a sip
immediate
of that.
phone call.
This
That's
is
an immediate phone
This is
call
number
to the
3 on the
hospital.
Men's Health Australian website. Here we go. My wife used a curling iron, not plugged in
thank God.
and not hot. My ex used various vegetables, and I once caught her with a candle. Huh.
Like a votive candle?
Was she
mhm.
supersizing him or what? With the candle, it's kind of tiny.
And if she was using a votive candle, was she exalting him?
Oh,
Oh, it's like ceremonial.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Hmm.
a baptism
could-
candle.
This could be a Wiccan
Well,
tied to a tree.
she
for all
was
we know.
definitely burning at both ends, is what she was doing there. She was.
Okay, there we
Hey,
go. Dead
hey,
joke.
hey.
Nice.
Double
All right.
donger.
That's my favorite.
Max,
Uh,
love you.
Or you could get one side really hot and smash it against the pavement and make a fucking childo.
Just burn the
Can-
middle and bend it, and you got like a U shape, and
Yeah, for both your cheeks.
And then she smashed the candle into the pavement and she made a childo.
She molded it.
Very blunt end. Very
It
blunt.
we
looked like
go.
Abraham Lincoln's beard.
Oh, the outline of Abraham Lincoln's beard.
She
Number
beard fucked
4,
herself.
the plastic end of a razor and the end of a hairbrush, a cucumber. Not as a dildo, but as a vibrator clit stimulator. The plastic part of the vibrating razor or an electric toothbrush, pen, and random plastic piece that I found that was part of a toy.
Lego set number
so wait, she
5108,
jammed the
Harry
electric
Potter.
toothbrush into the cucumber and then turned it on, or what?
That could work. The end of a hairbrush.
It's
Yeah,
a hairy
hairbrush.
situation.
Oh,
Which the
Hey, I'm the king, bro.
The handle part or the prickly
you could
part.
give your shit cellulitis by
oh,
doing it with the brushy part.
with all that
Okay.
fucking old hair and dandruff and
Scraping
old
it
skin.
out. Just scrape it out.
You could fucking
scrape it out.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Gotta clean the vagina.
The next one is a wine bottle.
I hope that doesn't
Depends.
break.
Was it a good Pinot Noir?
Paul Maison.
Hopefully, it wasn't a good red. You know,
With
what I'm
some
saying?
some farva beans and a bottle of Chianti.
Is he supposed to do something? Is he doing something?
Here we go. A thick metal pen.
It doesn't do anything.
This shit doesn't do anything.
I mean, how thick the pens get?
Well, the big Sharpies. That's what I was talking about.
It's a number
Sharpies
one.
and- Yeah,
Is it
we're talking
oval
at least a 5B drumstick or bigger.
Oh wow,
Mm.
Andy, good for you.
No, that's for
Oh
pleasure
no,
right there.
I am no. This could be one of the
Okay.
like the snare hit sticks with a giant ball end that we were talking about earlier.
Mhm.
Not the ones from Wayne's World.
Mm.
So 2 more, okay? 2 more. Here we go. That or the neck of an empty glass bottle. That kind of goes with the wine bottle thing. And then here we go. The last one.
Wait a minute. Wait. Stop.
Oh,
I
sure.
gotta stop. When you said that the wine bottle, I'm thinking that you were using it as a dildo. The empty end is for what?
It just said
Extra air. I don't. That's
Are we penetrating this, or is it penetrating us at this point?
well, it's for women, so she's not penetrating anything except for herself.
I just think there would be a vacuum. I think.
Shall we
Unless
move
you-
on?
Unless
Or
you
it
get
might
some
be-
kind of suction going, and it sucks in the, you
What
know,
I'm
the
talking
lips
about.
and shit.
It sounds very
Pulling
bad.
the eggs out herself. She's just done with them.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
extraction. Honey,
Wow.
I'll see you later. I'm gonna go upstairs for an extraction.
Back alley.
All right, here we go. Back alley dildos. Here we go. That's the company we
for a
should make.
band right there. That's a great name for a band.
Back alley dildos.
You got your bad dragons, and then you got your back alley dildos. This is 6 bricks stacked on top of a wood plank.
Dude, we
Get
should
it.
we should see about making those, Ward. You know,
I agree with you.
simple
and
blasphemy back alley dildos.
only because I agree with you, but
Hey,
no,
you
seriously.
can make you can probably make the cast for that, right, Green?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more but only because Andy and I are a Star Wars fan. I would definitely want to make the Wookiee.
Ooh.
It's like it's not a red rocket anymore. It's like a
I think that
Brown rocket. That just sounds bad.
the hairy
it's like
rocket.
it's a chew butt plug.
Oh!
Hey now.
But no, if we did something like that, I would want to do. And this is only my idea. Disney you
Dry
can't
clean
steal
only.
this, is that I think there are a lot of people out there that are Star Wars fans that would definitely fuck themselves with a lightsaber hilt.
Yes.
And if you were to take the lightsaber hilt and make it into a pliable stuff that you could actually put into your body without hurting yourself horribly, fuck yes. You
Okay.
make yourself some lightsaber dildos.
So
You are really about that, aren't you?
no,
we
I think
still-
that this is the first time I've
You were
mentioned
very
it.
passionate about
But
that. I
I'm
think you were ready
passionate
to
about
pull one up
this
your ass.
singular. Oh yeah, this singular idea right now. I'm a Count Dooku guy.
Well,
Okay.
we're gonna move into that. Hold on for a second. So the last one, the butt end of a pool cue.
That can be thick.
This said, you get really creative when you're a college student on a student loan budget. LOL.
What? She's just going into bars and grabbing pool sticks and taking them home, or what?
Just think of all the dirty floors that thing was resting on.
yeah.
Greg
And
Brown.
then after a while the rubber would fall off of it, and then you just got the fucking screw that used to hold on the rubber end, and that chewed up fucking brass screw would just start fucking ripping shit up. Not good, man.
Indeed. Greg and I have had many fond memories of being in a pool area, especially at the bowling alley, but we'll move on to that maybe in the after show. So here we go. It's the moment that nobody's been waiting for. Would you rather? Are you guys ready?
No.
I wasn't waiting for it, so I don't know.
We got about 10 minutes, so let's do this. Here we go. This is the way we're gonna go. We're gonna do Zach Green first, Greg second, Andy last, because that and my screen, that's how it goes clockwise. Here we go. Green. Would you rather have legs as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs?
Fingers as long as my legs, and I could just fucking make an incredible fucking guitar with some really weird spacing frets and shit.
And you're the only person that can play it.
Yeah, and you know everybody thought Ellen Holdsworth was a fucking badass, calling him fucking Spider Fingers.
Imagine
Okay.
being
Calling me
talking about
fucking
being in
leg
the pocket
fingers,
with that thing.
motherfucker.
You're just down like, you know.
Greg, would you rather have legs as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs?
I have to agree with Green here. I'd rather have fingers as long as my legs.
Okay. Andy's?
Same thing. I want to ride a roller coaster with fingers as long as my legs.
Ooh.
I want to take up like the first half of the whole goddamn roller coaster and just ride it like a skateboard.
Just hold your hands back and
Yeah.
take up all the.
With fucking like super fingers.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Fantastic Five.
Wait,
So
but what
we're
about
down.
you, Zach? Tell us. Don't
Oh,
leave
me?
yourself out, please.
I don't even know.
I'm gonna bring it back on you.
I
We're
want
gonna
to finger
play some racquetball.
fingers. That actually was ironically one of the things that I didn't actually put up here. There was a would you rather that said, would you rather be the racquetball champion of the world or something else? But I actually erased that one. It's just weird you said racquetball.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's holy fuck kismet.
Yeah, I mean fingers as long as your legs could be a dildo.
You
Pleasurably.
can finger people from across the room.
Exactly.
I mean, I got really long fingers.
could-
I'm
no,
6'5",
I'm just
but
saying
I
you
would
could-
not want legs
you could-
that long. They're just too short.
Yeah, but you
Would
could
you
you could social distance your fingering.
But would you have 10 of those legs? 10 legs. And would they be like my leg fingers are on my hands where my fingers normally are?
Hey, wait. This is question number 1. I've got better ones than this that we can go off on. Let's just
Let's
move
keep-
on. Trust me.
This is not that interesting. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, no, they keep getting better. The
We
second
could
one,
talk about this shit all night.
oh,
Big
no,
Green
we,
just fell asleep. Oh, there he is.
we can. Would you rather sweat mayo or have a poop the size of a softball? Zach Green.
I have a poop the size of a softball, and I think I actually do.
I think I've done that too.
I think I had one today. I think I had one today right after work, to tell you the truth.
It's like having a baby.
I mean, it doesn't come out perfectly round,
Of course
you
not.
know,
No
but
one's,
it has the mass, and
no one's got the perfect circle.
It also hurts the ass, but yeah.
I think that time I
Temporarily.
shat on top of a toilet seat because I wasn't quick enough to open the toilet seat. I think it was the size of a softball.
All right, Greg Brown. Would you rather sweat mayo or have a poop the size of a softball?
Again, I've been down here in Florida for a long time. I work outside, so sweat and mayo would not be a good thing. I mean, there'd be a lot of hamburger people around here just kind of.
See, I
putting
would
shit
think
on
that
their hamburger,
being down in Florida, that when you sweat mayo, that's just par for the course. I've been to Florida a lot. You sweat mayo regardless if you want to or not.
Yeah.
Andy?
It's humid all the time, so I'm going with poop a softball.
Andy's sweat mayo, or are you going to go with everybody else and poop a softball?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, after talking to Greg,
Why'd you say
extensively
no?
about this-
Oh,
No. After talking to Greg extensively about this, I've decided that I would rather sweat mayo
okay.
because if you keep me in the air conditioning, I'm fucking delicious.
Oh,
Not really, because you're not sweating.
You
But
can-
there's a nice glaze.
you can make anything sweat. if
It's
you
just
try.
a slight misting sparkle on his skin.
all I can see is like me, like in my 70s or 80s, and we're like 300 pounds each. My wife just leans over with a fucking piece of bread, and just wipes it on my shoulders, like fuck yeah,
Shoulders.
shoulders under my armpits were the best
No,
stuff
it's like-
to be.
Or French fries.
It's like ball mayo. Ball mayo.
I got invited to 3, maybe 4 family reunions.
You
Of
okay,
families
Green?
I'm not even part of.
I'm not eating mayo again.
All right. So here we go. Moving forward, plowing forward. Would you rather? Here comes the next one. And this is kind of because I like Star Wars. Zach Green, would you like to talk like Jar Jar Binks or would you like to look like Jar Jar Binks? This is an episode 1 Star Wars nerdy question. Green might not even know who that is.
No, I
but-
do, unfortunately.
I'm so sad.
He's the one everybody hates.
I probably talk like
Misa?
Jar Jar, and then I could just pass it off like I'm joking.
Nope. Okay, Greg.
Well, not to get political by any means, but in today's day and age, I'd probably rather look like Jar Jar Binks because he walk kind of cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, he
Put it
was,
that
he was
way.
kind of hippie-ish, like
Yeah,
chilling.
I'd go with that dude over there. I'm gonna agree with you again. That's not fun. Ahmed Best is the guy that played Jar Jar Binks, and he's since gone on to actually come back to Star Wars stuff, and like he does shit now for being so universally reviled by our generation.
Yeah.
All right.
The people that are younger are just fine with him, so that's cool. He'll eventually get his like
Too.
good vibes
So,
back.
A
But
few
I'd
of these
rather
are
look like him.
a few of these would you rather's are actually pretty intellectual and kind of interesting. So I did kind of interweave a few really bizarro ones with some ones that are pretty cool. And here's one that I think is a little more intellectual. Would you rather speak any language fluently or be able to talk to animals? Green. Zach Green.
I'm not a pet person, so I could give two shits about that fucking world. So please speak any language. There's money to be made in that.
No Dr. Doolittle for Zach. And
I'm just not a pet person. I'm just not a pet person, man. I mean, I can appreciate them.
No fault in that whatsoever.
No.
I can
There's
appreciate
a lot of
them,
money
but
in being fluent.
I'm not a pet person.
We're not pet shaming here.
No.
Greg Brown, would you?
I've always had pets. But
I'll tell you what, if I've ever seen somebody abusing a pet or something like that, I'd fucking beat the living fucking shit out of them.
Yes.
Greg Brown, would you rather speak any language fluently or be able to talk to animals?
So I'm kind of conflicted here because like I said, I live in Florida, and Spanish is the second language here. Yeah. Well,
who wants to talk to some fucking brackish water?
But I've always had pets growing up. It's like I had like 3 dogs, 2 cats growing up, and I got 2 dogs now. I'd love to know what the hell's going on in their heads.
All right, I'll give you that. Andy's, you are a lover of talking.
You're a lover of biting my ass. Jesus Christ! No,
I won't bite.
I won't bite. Wilderness girls. So
is there mayo coming out of it when he's biting?
I'm already sweating. Oh my god, I'm sweating.
If I bite it right, there'll be a lot of mayo coming out.
Hold on, let me get a French fry.
Out of the nipples, actually. No, so I would want to talk to animals under the condition that the animals couldn't talk to anybody else.
Absolutely.
Because I would
find out. Superpower.
Wait a second.
That's another superpower.
You don't want to be arrested, is what you're saying.
What I want to be able to do is like walk by somebody's animal and be like, "Your owner's trying to kill you with every sip of water that you take," and then turn around just to see the fucking animal look up at its owner like, "I'm gonna smother you with a pillow, you son of a bitch."
All right. Fair enough. Here we
That's
go.
No, I don't need that could be a superpower, by the way.
Oh my god!
Animals.
Just to be able to touch people. Did you see that there was a Reddit thread? I'm gonna make this really quick. There was a Reddit thread about somebody that said, "I wish that I could give somebody an orgasm just by pointing to them. I would become a newscaster who would sign off every night with pointing at the screen and saying, 'Good night, everybody.'
Have a good night, y'all.
And so
Yeah.
anybody that was watching would just go, regardless if they're in the bar having their last beer.
He's the greatest newsman ever. He's awesome.
They're in the
You gotta
break room
watch
at
this
Kroger,
guy.
and it's just,
And folks, if you want
Mayo
any of this,
City.
just watch Orgasmo. It's similar. Here we go. Next question. We got to move through these. I apologize. Okay, here we go. Would you rather not have sex with a goat and have someone think that you've had sex with a goat, or have sex with a goat but no one will ever find out? Zach Green. Dead air.
I don't give a fuck what people think. I don't want to have sex with a goat, man.
Okay. Greg Brown.
I'm the same way. I could give a shit what anybody else thinks about
Andy,
me.
I know Andy enough. He's the same way.
So I'm
what
not
about you? Wait. What about you, dissenter?
Yeah, I don't.
He's already had
you
sex
don't-
with a goat.
You don't want to have you don't want to have animal sex.
Not really. So here we go. Here's the next one. This is a good one. This is actually pretty cool. Would you rather change gender every time you sneeze,
This is a great question for my wife.
or not
Oh
be
my-
able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby? That's it's a brain. It's a brain fuck.
Please
That's horrible.
Please give it. Please
Zach
give this to
Green.
me.
Okay,
I've got
fine. Andy, you go first. Andy, you go first.
I sneezed, and I'm not shitting you. You can ask my wife. She was the only person that got to hang out with me today. I sneezed 6 times in a row today, and all I could think of is the humor of just going. And
Listen,
going
I
back
laugh
and-
every time my wife sneezes. I laugh my ass off because I know how good that's going to be
Oh
for
no,
me
that
later.
would be easy. Oh, that's amazing.
Especially
I
for
would love
gender
it.
changes.
Oh, I love it.
Not
Greg-
that though. But
Greg, what would you rather change her gender every time she sneezes? Would you rather your wife's genders change every time you sneeze, or
Change
not be able
gender,
to tell the
your gender? You're changing your
Wait,
gender.
hers or
I will
mine?
No,
No, hers.
And I'm a girl. I snooze.
Oh
and I'm
no!
a guy.
I'm probably
I-
gonna be mistaking a baby for a muffin and eating a motherfucker by accident. Oh shit! There's
I was
blood.
just
No,
gonna
I don't
say
know.
that. I
I'm
do
probably
not
gonna-
want to eat a baby.
I
Now-
don't either, but I don't want my wife change into a man. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for this next one, okay? Green, you have
I'm
to
sorry.
go
It's
first.
45 minutes. Thank you very much. We've been Simple Blasphemy.
Oh,
We're over for.
All right.
Yeah,
That's here.
I'm trying
Has
to
it been
plow
45
through
minutes?
Andy, and Andy is rightfully to give me shit. So here we go. Green, would you rather watch your parents have sex every day of your life, or join in once to make it stop?
No. Do not want to join in. I have a very imaginative.
Every day of your life, watch your parents have sex.
I could somehow teach myself not to see what I'm seeing, man.
No,
even
you
if it's
can't.
right in front of
You
me.
watch your parents have sex every day of your life.
Do I get a cup of coffee in the morning while this is
I
happening?
think no matter what you do, it's
No,
gonna be
I'm not-
burning your freaking
Unless-
mind. for the
Yeah,
rest of
I'm
your
not.
life,
like
I'm not
mail
fucking-
with your
I'm
coffee.
not joining in. No.
Greg, what are you thinking? Are you going to join your parents to make it stop, or are you going to have it happen every day of your life?
God, that's really hard.
It is
I guess
hard.
But you
I-
get immune to it like fucking horse shit, man.
Yeah, I mean it's like having a Coke every day. It's not a big deal. I just watch my watch my parents have sex every day. I
I
guess.
like the smell of
Sorry,
Coke.
Mom.
I've always liked the smell of Coke. Andy,
Do I have
Which
to have an
kind? Nose
orgasm?
Coke?
It's the only kind you smell.
when you join in,
Mhm.
I mean, you
Cola
might be able to
has
be.
a
You
scent
could be
to
the
it.
fluffer when your mom goes pee pee in the middle of it. I don't know.
This is just
Now,
really
wait a minute,
derailed
now-
badly.
Join in once to stop it. Does
Really
that mean that
bad.
I can film it for posterity?
I just turned the question off, so we don't have
Why
to
would you
comment.
film? Why would you film it?
Well, I'd rather film it and never have to watch it again all the time, like you guys have opted to.
That's
Okay.
not the
But
question.
yours is not an option. You can't film it.
Guys,
But-
I have two more left, and then we're gonna
Okay.
jump to the after show. So hang on, two more.
Good,
the
'cause I have to
next,
pee.
the next one is actually very intellectually stimulating. So here we go. Would you rather know the date of your death, or would you rather know the cause of your death? Zach Green.
The cause.
Okay.
I just
That's
don't
just
want
smart.
I just don't want to. I don't. I don't want to. I don't want it to be something I have to put on the calendar. Like even if it's just in my mind type of calendar. I couldn't fucking do that, man.
Okay. Greg?
I'd rather know the cause. I mean, not to try to avoid it, but because I don't want to know the date. I'd rather just know the cause, and then it happens when it happens. I know how it's
All
going to
right.
be, though. I'll
Andy's?
smile my ass off and laugh.
I think it would be fun to know the date of your death.
Why would that be fun? Just counting down to your date.
How when you go on vacation, do you go for like a week or two, or not even like 2 weeks? Does anybody take a 2-week fucking vacation anymore? Nobody fucking does that.
I
shit.
don't
I
think
don't
I've
have that
ever
much
had a
money.
2-week vacation
I've
in my
had
life.
one my entire
Wait,
life. And
I
was
did,
like
I did.
16.
I did. Is when I had
16
the
is
fucking,
not. You're always on vacation to 16. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm with you,
Exactly.
Greg.
I did have a 2-week vacation, and it was this year is when I had the fucking goddamn coronavirus.
COVID. Yes, there you go.
Congratulations, you're on vacation for 2
I know,
weeks.
man. I never had that much
All
time off, and
Last question. Here we go. And this is another intellectual one. This isn't
He's
discussing.
gonna ask us all on a date.
Would you rather go way back? Oh, I said bank. Oops, I typed it wrong.
Oh.
Go
Go
way
way
back,
back in time, meet ancestor. So go way to future. Meet
or
grandchildren.
would you go way into the future and meet your grandchildren? Would you rather go back in time, meet your ancestors, or would you go into the future, meet your grandchildren? Zach Green.
well, I'd like to go
Yeah, which way you gonna
way
go,
into
buddy?
the future and meet my great grandchildren, because I'd like to see how that works out, knowing that my wife and I can't have kids.
Yep.
Da da da
That'd be
da da
interesting.
da. Sensitive.
Brownie.
Now I have a son, but I don't know if I'm gonna have grandchildren or great grandchildren. So I'd rather go back in time and meet my ancestors.
Andy's.
I want to see my great grandchildren.
You might still.
I want to see my great grandchildren. I want to see.
You know
things,
what?
I want to see how things came out.
Greg, that's actually a really good point, by the way. That's actually a really good point. So anyway, folks.
Thank you so much, Greg.
You said intellectual, so I thought.
No, that's
I'm
really
eternal.
good. I completely actually missed that idea. So we are going to move to the after show for 5-10 minutes with Mr. Greg Brown. Ask some more questions, have some fun, maybe tell some stories. You can join us at patreon.com/simple blasphemy, which is on the screen.
They don't like being called Patreons, do they? Is that the thing?
Patreon?
Is that the fucking thing that people get fucking pissed off about is Patreons?
Patreon.com/simple blasphemy, or you can just find all this crap on simpleblasphemy.com. So here we go. Greg, that was a fun show.
Yes.
Thanks, brother. I wasn't sure if it was going to be entertaining enough. I'm not
going to throw you under the bus.
I had fun. It went really fast.
Always does. So, folks, thank you for tuning in. We will see you next Tuesday, and we're going to move this to the after show. So we will see you hopefully in 8 minutes. Here we go.
Later.